Greetings. Welcome to the Developing Dad podcast, where we bring the Bible to bear on culture, education, and the family. I am your host, Michael J. Griffin Jr., and today we have an interesting episode. But before we get started, like, comment, and subscribe. Help me to build the channel. All right, we got black trash versus white trash talk. All right, so let's talk about this. First of all, I want to say congratulations to the LSU Tiger Women for winning the NCAA Women's Basketball Championship. I am from New Orleans, so I haven't been following them. I'm not going to sit here and tell you that I have, but I have gotten wind of the fact that they were good this year, and you know, that's the state pride, I guess. I don't know, whatever. I don't care. But apparently the dust up and all of the aftermath of the trash talk and that you can't see me in the ring celebration has been going all over the place, all over Twitter and the social media world. And I got wind of it and I said, well, you know what? Let me comment on it, right? Because it's always good to comment on these things. But first, we're going to look at some videos, right? Let's get some context, okay? Here we go. Let's do this. We're going to go. We got Caitlin Clark. This is from, I don't even know how to say that guy's name. I'm not about to pretend. All right, so this is where the dust up and all the stuff happened. Here it is. So you see, what's the Angel Reese is, doing this, right? This, the ring, right? This, yeah. So that's, and you see Caitlin Clark, the other lady is actually, the young lady is trying to walk away. She's not really interested in engaging. And you see the other young lady dancing. I guess they're doing that gritty, whatever that garbage dance is. Yeah, anyway. It's all stupid to me, just so y'all know. Anyway, let's move on to the next one. All right, so we got this one here. Okay, so they talk about, well, the Angel did it. Angel did it, whatever her name is. Angel Reese, Angel Reese. I don't know. Angel, probably. Angel. There you go. She wasn't acting like no angel. But anyway, Caitlin Clark did it the previous game, right? Or a couple of games before. And now everybody's like, what about when she did it? What about if it's black, the black girl does it, then it's racist or ghetto. And when the white girl does it, it's competitive. And, here it is again. All right. So this is, no, I don't think there's any sound on this one. So I guess, she hit her back with it. So they're mashing it up, right? She did it. So, or they're playing Louisville, right? Now, I don't know if she was doing, I can't really tell from the video whether or not Caitlin Clark was doing it to an opponent, but I'm pretty sure it was. Yeah, I don't know. So here's the Brian saying that if you ever needed an example of systemic racism in American culture and why books on such should not be banned from schools, this is it, right? The ring celebration versus the you can't see me, and how when a white girl does it, it's okay, and when a black girl does it, it's not, it's not a big deal, right? I have some thoughts on that. We're going to talk about that after I bring the scriptures to bear on it. All right, so Angel Reese again. I'm just giving you all the context, right? She's like, look, you can't see me, cuz. Right? I did not know what that celebration meant. I know the ring celebration, like, hey, put a ring on it. Yeah, right. Championship, put the ring on it. I understood that. Let's see. Oh, this is the. Maybe I'll go to this one later. That I don't take disrespect lightly. Comment. Yeah, maybe let's listen in. Let's listen.
Were you sitting on the?
Oh, I was waiting.
How long were you sitting?
I was waiting. Me?
At what point were you waiting to pull out this?
Man,
Kind of the Caitlin Clark.
Caitlin Clark is a hell of a
Incredible
player for sure. But I don't take disrespect lightly, and she disrespected Alexis and my girls. South Carolina, they still my SEC girls too. Y'all not gonna disrespect them either. So I wanted to pick her pocket, but I had a moment at the end of the game, and I was in my bag. I was in my moment. Yeah.
Were you sitting on the?
I was waiting.
So she was waiting to pull out that celebration on her, right? Yeah. All right. Where's Acho's one? He said, if this wasn't classes when Caitlin Clark did it, don't call it classes when Angel Reese does it. Let the women compete. It's sports. There's so much wrong with sports. We're just gonna talk about it. All right. So the insults, and I've actually had a young man tell me back in the day that he posted back in the day that if God heard some of the stuff I said on the football field, the football field is a different place where, like some of the stuff we say out there is, it's not like, we can't be judged for that. I'm like, whatever. The Bible says that you'll be judged for every idle word you speak. You acting like God can't hear on the football field or the basketball court. The Bible's very clear about what Christians are supposed to do, right? Ephesians 4:29, let no corrupting or decaying or dying talk come out of your mouths, but only such as good for building up as fits the occasion, that it may give grace to those who hear. This is for Christians, right? Now your teammates can talk however they want. God's going to judge them for their idle words, but you as a Christian should be above all of that and not disrespecting your opponents. That's one of the things that I'm thinking. I don't know if Angel or Caitlin, either of them are Christians, but I'm bringing the Bible to bear and telling Christians, like, this is how we should be responding to this. We should not be treating or teaching our young girls that just because something happens on a competitive field or court, that it's somehow acceptable, that God does not see that and that God will not judge those actions. That's a lie, straight from the pit of hell. All right, your tongue is, and the words that come from your mouth will be judged by God. God sees and hears everything. All right, where can I go from your spirit? Where can I flee from your presence? If I make my bed in heaven, make my in Sheol, right? Everywhere in between, God's always there. So we need to teach our young women to be respectable. And I guess the word that everybody's using is class versus classless, because both of these instances are trash. One is worse than the other. I think Angel Reese's was worse than Caitlin Clark's, but they're both trash. That's why I put black trash versus white trash. Both of them are trash. Trash talk is trash talk, and it has no place coming from the mouth of someone who professes to be a Christian. Now, if we have our children going into athletics, we need to teach them to be respectful of their opponents, even when their opponents are being disrespectful to them. Now, I'm not going to get off on a soapbox about how I feel about the idolatry of sports culture in America, and specifically in the evangelical church, how sports is viewed as an idol, as a place where we learn hone our competitive nature and learn teamwork and all these other things. There's no team greater than the family of Jesus Christ, and that's where we should be learning our teamwork. We can do more there than we can learn more amongst Christians than we ever could on the competitive field with non-Christians working toward a goal that's not even in the end of things. Just, it doesn't even matter, right? Now, they won this championship, great, but the Bible clearly speaks about how we're supposed to manage our tongue, and those two young ladies are not an example of that, either one of them. So if you may be fighting over black versus white, they're both being disrespectful to other image bearers and not showing the type of comportment or dignity that would befit a Christian. So we should be condemning both of their behaviors, and especially this is especially heinous coming from women, right? Now, don't get me started on that, because people like I do not. This is not. Oh man, I would not be proud of either one of them if they were my daughters. Either one. I don't care how many points you score. I don't care if you win national championships. This is not godly. This is not godly behavior for a woman. Neither of them. Okay, there's a way to comport yourself on the field, on the basketball court, as a Christian young lady, and neither of them did that in those instances. All right. I like this verse because this shows what happens to people who insult God's people. But anyway, I thought this was just fun. 2 Kings 2:23-24. He went up from there to Bethel, and when he was going up, and this is Elisha, on the way, some small boys came out of the city and jeered at him, saying, "Go up, you bald head, go up, you bald head." And I'm gonna put a video in the description that explains why small boys is not the best translation of this. This is more in line of a teenage youth gang, essentially. And he turned around, and when he saw them, he cursed them in the name of the Lord. And 2 she-bears came out of the woods and tore 42 of the boys. That means that there were more. All right, 42 boys against one man. 42 plus boys against one man. Teenage youth gang. Yeah, he was in his right to call them she-bears out on him. Come on, Elisha. But yeah, be mindful who you're mocking, because you don't know. 2 she-bears might hop out. You mock the wrong person. All right. But black trash versus white trash. Why should we, as Christians, we should be eliminating trash, period. Why should we teach our men or women to be spitting trash, talking trash to other human beings, disrespecting other image bearers of God? Because it's competing, right? That's not competing. They competed on the floor, right? They competed on the floor. All of this is garbage. All of the extra stuff is trash. All of the extra stuff, the hot dogging, the in-your-face antics, all of the yelling and screaming and getting in other people's face, that's not competing. That's not competing. Competition happens between the lines when you're trying to score points. Everything else that they're adding to this game that's not competition. That's trash, and it needs to be thrown away. You've given it the proper name. It's trash, and it needs to be thrown away. This is not godly behavior specifically for Christians, people of faith, any type of faith. Like, why are you doing this? I don't know of any faith tradition that teaches you to do that type of stuff to someone else. I don't know of it. Or maybe there are, but specifically, I'm talking to Christians. I don't care about the other ones. This is not what God calls us to. We should be condemning this. We should be stopping this from the get-go. Shouldn't even be letting our daughters walk down this line. I promise you, if I was Angel's Angel or Caitlin's dad, well, I would have had a long talk with them. Long time. Don't you ever disrespect your opponent like that, ever. Take the Barry Sanders route, right? Barry Sanders never disrespected his opponents. Gave the ball to the ref. No hot dogging, no dancing. Greatest runner I've ever seen in my life. He competed with dignity, with class, without the disrespect that has become so commonplace in our culture. Now everybody gonna talk about you soft, whatever, man. You just vomiting diarrhea at the mouth and talking any kind of way to another human being is not a sign of manliness. In fact, it's a sign of childishness, because you can't control your emotions. This is an emotional game. It's an emotional game. Learn how to control your emotions. It's called temperance. It's a virtue. Vir, from the word, it's what men do, from the Latin virtus, meaning moral excellence. You need to figure out what that means and get you some. All right. I'll see y'all on the next one. Until next time, be on the alert, stand firm in the faith, act like men, be strong. See y'all around. Bye.